Toyota's battery pack has been a huge problem for the company. The battery pack in the BZ4X has been lambasted. In fact, in Europe, journalists, and even in America as well, journalists criticized the BZ4X. They said its range claims were false. Toyota was forced to address this issue and change the cars. It released a newer version of the battery that it said had fixed the problems that journalists pointed out. The battery pack used in the Toyota BZ4X and the Subaru Solterra is rated at an energy density of 148 watts per kilogram. It's a lithium ternary battery pack. Generally, ternary battery packs should have a higher energy density than lithium iron phosphate. But if you look at a car like the BYD Atto 3, the BYD Seal, or the Tesla Model Y or the Tesla Model 3, both of those cars have lithium iron phosphate batteries with a higher energy density and theoretically a much longer usable life than the batteries that Toyota use in the BZ4X and the Subaru Solterra. Guys, I have to admit I've been a bit confused today. It took me a little while to work out what was going on. Toyota came out and it said that its batteries are more efficient, more powerful, and they're simply better than everyone else's batteries. And I thought, are they talking about some sort of future product here? But they're not. They're talking about the batteries they make now, today. They say that they're superior to everyone else's batteries, and we just don't know it. Is this actually true? Is Toyota making these batteries? Who's making these batteries that Toyota says are superior to BYD, to CATL, to Tesla, to everyone, LG Energy Solutions? What are these batteries? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Toyota has made some pretty full-on comments today. Comments that kind of don't gel with some previous comments that it made when, Toyota planned to use BYD batteries. In fact, it said BYD batteries are great, and then it said BYD batteries are inferior to its own in-house batteries. In fact, Toyota has criticized people criticizing Toyota. Toyota has said, that's wrong. You should not be criticizing us because we are actually leading. We're leading the industry. Our batteries are above everyone else. We're not talking about Toyota's theoretical, mythical solid-state batteries here, my friends, the product that we keep on hearing about since 2012, but no one ever sees with their own eyes. We're talking about their current batteries in their BZ4X, in the Subaru Solterra. Speaking to Australian media at the Prime Planet Energy and Solutions plant in Japan, Toyota Australia Vice President said that Toyota's batteries are of higher quality, of better performance, they have better safety and higher reliability than pretty much everyone else in the industry today. Is this true? Is there any evidence to prove that this is the case? Well, Toyota said this: no two batteries are alike. The batteries produced here are a cut above those offered by others in the market. Toyota has said that it is the driving force behind hybrid vehicles globally, and they produce more than 20 million hybrid vehicles over the past, couple of decades. Now, it admits that it may not be a leading EV manufacturer today, but it doesn't admit that it's behind. In terms of sheer volume, it's behind, but the company believes it has superior products that will allow the brand to overcome inertia and become a global player in the electric car industry. In fact, it plans to build 3.5 million EVs a year by 2030. Even though it has criticized EVs, it's changed its plan rapidly. In fact, about 12 months ago, Toyota was planning on building around 800,000 EVs annually, and then changed it to about 1 million, then to 1.5 million. All of a sudden, it's gone drastically up to 3.5 million. So Toyota right now sells around 10 million cars a year. It's saying now 35% of its car production in 2030 will be fully electric. Now, personally, I find this laughable because if that's the case, then Toyota might be selling, what do you think, 4.5 million cars in 2030? It's going to lose at least 50% market share if this is true. because clearly all the momentum and all the sales increases we're seeing show that by 2030, the game is pretty well over. Anyway, what is this battery factory we're talking about? Well, it's Toyota's so-called joint venture with Panasonic. Guys, essentially it's just a Panasonic battery factory that builds 2170 battery cells. So that's the revolutionary product Toyota is talking about. Now, you can get these battery cells in an electric skateboard, an electric scooter. You can buy them in lots of different products. They're in, vacuum cleaners, all kinds of things. I can't find any evidence whatsoever to say that the energy density of Toyota's, well, the Panasonic batteries in Toyota's cars are better than anything else on the market. In fact, they're not really. The other thing to consider is that Panasonic has said it will use silicon in its batteries. It's going to start using more silicon over the next 5 years, but it's going to take them 5 years to increase energy density by 5%. 5%. The thing is, guys, CATL, the world's biggest battery company, they already have batteries with a much higher energy density than Panasonic today. The Chirin battery has a significantly higher energy density. It's in EVs right now. Zeekr 001 has it. There's quite a few Chinese EV manufacturers with cars that have a range of 1,000 kilometers using those batteries. I'm not really sure how these batteries from Toyota or from Panasonic can possibly compete with that. And I don't see how they have any advantage whatsoever. It's actually pretty old battery technology. Toyota, though, believes that by controlling its own destiny somehow and quality when it comes to battery production, it will create a better product overall. But Toyota haven't really revealed what this new product will be and exactly how it will be of better quality. But it has said it will produce better quality batteries than BYD. It publicly made that exact statement. Didn't say how or what that product would be. But it did then mention its magical solid-state batteries. But of course, when people asked to see these batteries, it refused to show them. Anyway, apart from producing batteries built for Toyota vehicles, the company claims the testing procedure for lithium-ion packs coming from the Himeji battery plant in Japan is more than twice as long as some other manufacturers, with Toyota testing currently taking at least 20 days for every battery. Now I think that's a good thing. And realistically, it is true that Panasonic batteries, whether they're in Teslas or Toyotas, have been more reliable, not than BYD or CATL lithium iron phosphate batteries, but they have been more reliable than LG Chem's lithium ternary batteries or NMC chemistry batteries, which is what these batteries from Panasonic use. That's the battery chemistry they have, right? They have been more reliable than the least reliable battery company in the world, LG Chem. That's true, but so is everyone else. I don't really see how that gives Toyota some sort of magical advantage. Anyway, here's what Toyota went on to say. A telling example is that each of the batteries built here is tested for an extensive period, not just days, but weeks. That means constant charging, discharging, and recharging before they are ever fitted to a customer's car, said Mr. Handley. Now, what I would like to ask Toyota, and I've asked this on numerous occasions, but they're not willing to give me any response, of course, as you can imagine. Why exactly did they recall the Toyota BZ4X for nearly 6 months, stop production, and basically try to buy the cars back from customers? Customers got letters where Toyota was trying to buy the cars back. Toyota said the reason for this was because the wheels were falling off. They couldn't find out a way to get the wheel nuts to hold the wheels onto the cars. Now, that's something we knew how to do 100 years ago. And Toyota says on its website today, it has thousands of engineers working for its company who are the best in the world. It says it has the best engineering talent, better than Tesla's engineering talent, better than everyone else's. But its engineers were unable to work out how to get the wheels to stay on its cars. And yet it's saying it has the best battery packs in the world, and it recalled the BZ4X not because it had problems with the battery, but because it had a problem with keeping the wheels on the car. Now, a lot of people believe the truth was that there was battery issues. A lot of people believe there was major range problems that were exposed in Europe by European car journalists that Toyota said, well, actually, we're going to recall the cars, which they actually ended up providing a fix for them in the end to give them the range Toyota said they should have. They were meant to have 450 kilometers of range, so they were meant to have about 270 miles of range. They didn't have that. They had closer to 170. Journalists lambasted the company, and Toyota provided a fix. Now, I believe what really happened was there was problems with those battery packs. Toyota didn't want to disclose that information because that's a very negative thing to say, so they came up with this idea that the wheels wouldn't stay on the cars. That's my theory. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, according to Mr. Hanley from Toyota, Toyota's amazing batteries benefit cars like the Toyota BZ4X. Now guys, the Toyota BZ4X has not actually received particularly positive reviews from any car journalists. It's been fairly criticized, to be honest. Even Toyota themselves say it's not as good as they'd like it to be. However, if Hanley from Toyota Australia said it's a time-consuming but vital process, it means that for the BZ4X and other Toyota EVs heading to Australia, I don't know which those EVs are because they haven't been disclosed yet, by this plant's output, our batteries will be superior to many alternatives in terms of performance and reliability. Now, he hasn't disclosed how in terms of performance they're better. As far as I can tell, they're not better. I can't find any way that they are actually better. If you can, guys, please prove me wrong. I would be very happy for anyone to prove me wrong on that point. Part of the introduction of the BZ4X will also see Toyota offer a full-service lease, which the brand emphasizes its belief in the vehicle's longevity. Toyota's saying, well, because we're giving you the opportunity to lease these cars, clearly that proves that we know they're going to last a long time. Now, I should point out that pretty much every EV company offers leasing, so that's just complete bullshit. Anyway, Toyota said, we've been able to take the learnings from our experience in hybrids and apply them to the BZ4X, where, for example, our options for customers will include a full-service lease, taking the fear of EV risk away from the consumer. Yeah. While the BZ4X has a quoted range of more than 600 kilometers, Toyota is working on an updated battery for 2026 that will give its cars 1,000 kilometers of range. Of course, this is Toyota's mythical solid-state battery technology, but it did promise that it had a prototype of that battery in 2015. Then it promised it would be in all of its EVs in 2018, and then 2020, and then 2021, and now 2026. So let me know if you believe that. If you believe Toyota's EVs will in fact have solid-state batteries in 2026. I'd like to know. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.